Right, guys, welcome to today's live stream. It is going to be a massively packed day of live rugby on the channel, and I am here to do the commentary on every single one of them. So, again, a warm welcome to each and everybody on the channel today. It's been a hectic day this side. We've had really bad weather, and actually sitting without electricity at the moment, but at least we've got the generator up and running, and we will get into the rugby real soon. As our first game that we are going to do today will be that of Ireland up against Fiji, and it should be an interesting clash given how good the Fijian side performed last week against Scotland, and then the Springboks then losing to Ireland as well. So there's a lot of expectations from Ireland today. If there's going to be a shock upset today, then it is going to have a massive impact on the world rankings. But for me, the world rankings, not too much of a worry at the moment. I'm just hoping that the Springboks do play really well, and I had it that they 1 out of 4 win on tour against Italy will probably be all we are going to get from the Springboks this year at the end of the year tour. But there's always an opportunity to surprise us, and hopefully that will be the case today as well. But our first game that we are going to do, like I said, is going to be Ireland up against Fiji. It should be a really good clash between the two sides, and we will go through the team lineups in just a little bit. I see Brem said I'm just going to leave this here. I can't quite see what you left here, but thank you for tuning in. We've got about 11 people now at the moment, so we will have the national anthems of Ireland and Fiji real soon. So let's quickly go and have a look at the two team lineups for today's game. I think we're going to start here with the Ireland team to take on Fiji today. So a little bit different from the side that we saw beat South Africa last week. Brem also says Ireland should steamroll them, but Fiji will make sure Ireland know that they've been in a match. So looking at this team lineup here real quickly, Jeremy Laufman, Rob Herring and Tite Furlong in the front row. Tite Furlong also the captain of this side today. Then Kieran Treadwell and Tite Byrne in the lock combination. And then the loose trio combination of Kalen Doris, Nick Timothy, or Timoni, and Jack Conan. So a really good strong pack of forwards that has been selected for them. Like I said, quite different from the one that beat South Africa last week, but still a very good side. Then looking at the halfback combination of Jamison Gibson Park and Joey Carberry, Johnny Sexton being rested, as well as the injury then to their veteran scrum half as well. But I think Jamison Gibson Park has been really well for Ireland and his club over the course of time, and should just fill in quite easily. Then looking at the centre combination of Stuart McCloskey and Robbie Henshaw. Robbie Henshaw missing last weekend's game due to injury. And then the back three, Mac Hansen, Robert Balakoon, and Jimmy O'Brien, who had an absolutely fantastic game when he came onto the field against the Springboks last week. Then on the bench we've got Dan Sheehan, Kane Healy, Tom O'Toole, Kane Prendergast, Max Deegan, Greg Casey, Jack Crowley, and Gary Ringrose. So a quality side then there for Ireland, and hoping that Fiji have a real good game today as well. As we're quickly going to go and have a look at the Fijian side. Again, not so good with the names, so excuse me if I do get a few wrong, but we will catch on as the game goes on. So in the front row, we've got Ironi Maui, Samuel Matavesi, and Manasa Saholo. Then in the lock combination, Nasi Lasile comes in along with Roto Solia. Then the loose trio combination of Tuasui, Bosha, and Mata continue. And then the halfback combination of Lomani and Tetitela comes in this week. Then the midfield combination of Ravovo and Nakalevu still there, along with the back three of Habossi. And then Wanya Kolo and Tuisuvu in the number 15 jersey. Then on the bench we've got Dolakota, Natave, Atalifo, also Ratunya Rawa, Dyer, Kurivolo, Vola and Kokakagi. So a team with so much potential, but always saying that their discipline always tend to disappoint them at the end of the day. And unfortunately, I don't think today will be any different regarding this matter as well, because we see them play some phenomenal rugby at times, and then just that minute of slip up. We saw it from a Bossy last week, very lucky to only get a yellow card in the process, and it could have easily have been a red card, and he would have been sent packing for the rest of the game, and Fiji would have been in terrible trouble throughout that game. But records are meant to be broken, and upsets are there to be made on the day, and hopefully today will be the case with Fiji as well. Let's hope that they come out here and really give them a massive game today. So the national anthems are complete, and we're about to get this game underway. In Fijian, the C is pronounced like the English th. So I'll try and correct that, Bremer, along the way, but I can't guarantee you, as the preparation time for that has been a little bit little throughout this week. So we'll try as best as we can, but hopefully we won't need to have too many pronunciations throughout this game. From a commentator's perspective, I'm hoping that Ireland have most of the ball, with some of the regular easier names from Fiji having the privilege to touch the ball throughout this game for them. But we're just waiting for the Fijian haka to finish, and then it's game on here between the two sides, and really looking forward to this one as well. So we'll see how it pans out. I'm expecting Ireland to at least win this game by 20 points plus. And I know a lot of people will probably not want to hear that coming from me, but unfortunately I just can't see it any other way at this stage. So they're done with the haka, and we're about to get this game underway, guys. So good luck to both teams, and may the best team win at the end of the day, as we're looking forward to a day packed full of rugby. Like I mentioned before, we do have some issues with weather conditions this side. We're actually without electricity at the moment, but the generator up and running. So let's see how this day goes. Hopefully the petrol will last, and the rugby will be excellent. So Rem says you did pretty well the first run through the names, much better than the professional English commentary. Thanks Brem, really appreciate it. So like I say, we're about to get this game underway. I'm in my Springbok jersey, a little bit wet as it is raining cats and dogs outside at the moment, and a little bit of thunderstorm, and expecting this weather to continue throughout this day. So yeah, we're getting ready for this massive encounter here between the two sides. Antoinette Gerber says, hi Guru, I can't hear you. Just check from your side, Antoinette. I am sure that Brem can hear me, and let me just know in the comment section anybody else who's not able to hear me, so that we can see if we can fix the problem. But yeah, it's game on here between Ireland and Fiji, and we're about to get this game underway here. Expecting Ireland to win this game by over 20 points, but you just never know. Anything can happen on the day, and let's see which Fijian side shows up to play the number one team in world rugby at the moment. It's Ireland up against Fiji. So just waiting for the kickoff here, and it will be taken by Tetitela, the fly-off of the Fijians. So yeah, just seconds away from kickoff here as we get ready for the first game of the weekend here on the channel. Right, so without further ado, here we go. The kickoff now taken by Tetitela, and we're underway in this game between the two sides. It's collected inside the 22 there, well taken by McCloskey, as Gibson Park now waiting for it inside the 22 here. Just looking to go with a box kick over the top early on is Gibson Park now. And the ball knocked on by Mata. And it's an advantage to Ireland just outside their own 22 now. As Gibson Park gets it out to tight burn. Now wide they go, Jimmy O'Brien. Another pass to Robbie Henshaw. Now Robbie Henshaw caught just outside his own 22 to the right of the field. As Gibson Park gets it back again, flat pass out to Caelan Doris, who sets it up. Now comes back Gibson Park, back to Carberry, who puts it high into the air and beautifully taken there by Mac Hansen up to the 10-meter line. So the high kick's working at the moment for them as they're now running it up with the forwards. It's again Gibson Park now. Gibson Park out to Mac Hansen right on the 10-meter line. Defense holding beautifully from Fiji at the moment. Nakalevu making that tackle. Now again they take it up through Treadwell. Treadwell isolated on the 10-meter line, and he gives away the penalty almost in the middle of the field here in a very kickable position for Fiji at the moment. Will this work? Will they go for touch like they did last week on a couple of occasions, the Fijian side? I would say this is international rugby. Take your points when it's on offer. But some really good defensive effort there from Fiji as they take it up. And now it is going to be Teti Tela to have a shot at goal here from around the 10-meter line, about 25 meters infield towards the middle of the field. Brem says, I'd imagine the kicks and set pieces will be Ireland's tactics. Playing running open rugby will give Fiji chances, absolutely. They will have to keep it as close as possible, tight through the forwards, and then go with the high kicks into the air, where they are doing really well at the moment. But the defense from Fiji there, really excellent. And they will have the opportunity to get the first points on the board here through Teti Tela. 2.5 minutes played. And that kick was well struck, but it's going to go to the left of the post. So a missed opportunity early on here for Fiji as they can't get their first kick at goal. Ireland 0, Fiji 0 at the moment. It is going to be a 22-meter dropout here, and it's going to be Carberry to get us back underway. So the kick in then from Carberry as it's a high, deep kick in taken by Taylor again, and here they come now through the big ones. It is taken up by Tuisui, the big number 6 flanker. Now they work it through the back line. Here they come. There's a bit of space on the outside here for them as they move it quickly. And here they go through Abosi. Abosi back on the inside to Nakalevu. Nakalevu back on the inside to Ravovo. And it's going to be try time to Fiji. Try time to Fiji after 3.5 minutes of play in this game. A brilliant try from Fiji after just 3.5 minutes of play. And it's looking really good for them early on. Their first opportunity to go out wide. And through the hands they went, and sheer pace, and just pulling in the defense. Abosi with some great strength, back on the inside to Nakalevu, and then the pass to Ravovo in for the try. Under the sticks, 5-0. Brilliant stuff from Fiji. One of the tries, and what a way to start the weekend on the channel with a beautiful try like this one. Brem says, come on Fiji. And with that kick going to be right in front of the post, it should be an easy one here for them. Yeah, easy conversion then for Fiji. It's 7-0 after 4.5 minutes of play in this game. Brilliant start to this match for Fiji. So Carberry then to get us back underway. It looks like there might be a replacement here early on as Gary Ringrose comes onto the field. Not quite sure who he's replacing, but it might just be Robbie Henshaw, not recovering quite well enough from that injury from last week. Epic Sounds ask, when is it Springboks versus France? So tonight at 10 o'clock SA time. So in about 7 hours from now, will be the game between the Springboks and France. The restart then taken really well there by Rotasolia as Nakalevu now at Skull. Lomani coming in now. They work it through the forwards. Again, beautifully taken up there by Maui. Lomani waiting. And they look like they're going to kick this, a little box kick over the top maybe from Lomani. And nobody really chasing after that. That is going to go directly into touch as well. So it will come back for a line out just about 5 meters outside of the 22 of Fiji. Brem says if they run their backs and keep the ball, Fiji will always go over. They are bigger and faster than Ireland out wide, and they run them racket in if they keep their discipline. So it is going to be now the throw-in coming from Rob Herring just outside the 22 here of Fiji. Taken well by Treadwell as they get this driving more going as Ireland now. Just outside the 22 of Fiji now, moving infield to about 15 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Gibson Park now waiting, gets the flat pass out to Doris, who takes it up just up over the 22. Now again working it with the forward, some driving from them. Gibson Park once more. Now they go wide. Oh, Carberry caught behind the advantage line there, but did well to spin out of one tackle. Now Gibson Park again, back it comes to Herring, thumping tackle from Rotasolia again. Now it's driven back in the tackle once more as Ireland now, to about 5 meters outside of the 22. Doris passes out again to Jack Conan. 5 meters outside of the 22, they come now wide, a little kick ahead for Mac Hansen to chase, and it's going to roll into touch 5 meters out from Fiji's try line. So it will be a defensive line out to Fiji coming up here. Ireland being pushed back